Good afternoon. This is Brett Hayworth for Siouxland Public Media News. The Iowa Legislature has wrapped its session after 2 extra weeks of overtime work in order to finish final details, including setting the state budget for 2025-26. The session ended at 6:30 a.m. Thursday after lawmakers negotiated and debated final bills through the overnight. The legislature passed major bills this session limiting eminent domain usage for carbon capture pipelines and removing civil rights protections for transgender Iowans. Most of Governor Kim Reynolds' priorities got through, including restricting cell phones in schools and aiming to expand rural health care. But Republican leaders in the House and Senate didn't accomplish what they said was their top priority, providing property tax relief. They say they'll keep working on that next year. Democratic leaders say the Republican majority catered to special interests and failed to do anything to lower costs for working families. Among some of the final bills passed along to Reynolds is a measure that would overhaul Iowa's economic development tax incentives. It would limit state money spent on research and development tax credits to $40 million per year, and it cuts some funding to the Endow Iowa tax credit that encourages donations to community foundations. One other bill sent to the governor came after lawmakers finally decided how to distribute Iowa's share of the national settlement with opioid makers. After about 3 years of disagreements, the bill passed Wednesday evening, and it gives about half of the $56 million to 10 different substance use treatment programs in the state. The Iowa Department of Health and Human Services and the Attorney General will distribute the rest of the money to opioid initiatives in consultation with the 7 behavioral health districts. Additionally, people aged 19 to 65 in Iowa's Medicaid expansion program would have to work at least 80 hours a month in order to maintain their health benefits. If Reynolds signs that, the proposal would require federal agency approval. It also makes exceptions for people who are pregnant, disabled, deemed medically frail, or receiving unemployment. In another bill that passed both chambers on Wednesday, public schools will have to let students from private schools participate in their sports programs. The proposal stipulates the activity can't have been offered for the last 2 years at the private school before a student can join a public school team. Democratic State Senator Sarah Troen Garriott voted against the bill, saying it grants private school students special privileges without guaranteeing the same vice versa. For Siouxland Public Media News, I'm Brett Hayworth.